This is extremely easy. All you need is birdseed, gelatin, water to mix it together, and some kind of mold. Now I've got these 3D printed molds that I created. You don't have to have that. When I first started out, I just used like a college cup or a solo cup, you know, the red solo cup. So anyway, this is extremely easy. So thought we would start out by taking a look at the ones we created this morning and just open up the mold and just seeing what we end up with. So let's split the mold, and look at there, wonderful. And I've got a hole through the center of this that will tie a string up for a branch, and it'll have a little perch. So we'll put it over here in our collection. Move these down, and here we go. All right, so I'm gonna set this off to the side for now. I've got a second mold that's ready to go. And so this is a clamshell mold. I like those because you can take them apart and get the completed log out real easy. This is for the center hole for the hanging thread that I mentioned. So we'll set that up there for just a second, and let me show you. So this is 5 cups of seed. This is a blend. The beauty of this is you can do whatever you want to do depending upon your local bird population. This is half and half, just a basic blend, and then oiled sunflower seeds. I may add mealworms, I may add safflower, I may add raisins, pecans, just kind of whatever I've got you know, around. But right now I'm just going with this this basic blend, and this is 5 cups. This will make 2 molds. Let's just get right into it. So the first thing you want to do is add the gelatin. Now I buy it in 5-pound pails, but if you just want to try this out, see if it's for you, you can buy gelatin packs in the Jello aisle. Just make sure it's unflavored. That's how I started out. I use cornstarch. This is really an optional add. I've seen people use flour. It's really for the binding, to help with the binding. So I use about half of what I use for the gelatin, and I'll add all this at the end of the video so you've got it. So, and then you want to mix this together. So I use a 2-step watering process. So I got 200 milliliters of water. You just mix this. You're looking to get all the lumps and bumps and humps out of it. And this is what's called letting the gelatin bloom. Not all recipes call for this step, but I've found that for whatever reason it works for me. And so I've just stuck with it. And it'll just start, don't worry, it'll just start kind of gelling up. Don't worry, you're gonna be okay. The hot water will be your friend. So you can see this is really starting to get a thick consistency, right? That's what you want. Okay, so we're gonna go with 200 milliliters of hot water. And it's pretty important to get that water volume correct. Otherwise, when you put it in your mold, it'll run everywhere. You don't want that. First time I made these, I had it all over the kitchen. This is a beef rendered gelatin. If you're really hardcore vegan, there is a vegan option available called agar that's made out of seaweed. I don't have any of that. I don't find it readily available unless you were to order it. Someone asked, do the birds get any fat content from this mixture? Not significantly, no. I mean, this beef gelatin doesn't offer, it's a protein-based binder, does not offer any real fat content for your birds. That's where your suet blocks come in. So, okay, you can see this consistency now is back to almost like it's like a liquid, right? It's pure liquid. So, okay, here we go. Into our seed mixture we go. I want all of this, but not so much that it runs out. So we're going to be using that mold here just a little bit. So you just want to mix this, pulling the bottom up. You have time, so don't worry, it's not going to set up on you. But you want every seed in here coated with the mixture. And you'll know when it is because it gets glossy. So just stir it, pulling the bottom up to get the liquid up to the top until all the seeds have a coating. It's that simple. Okay, that's looking pretty good. All right, let me get some of this out of the way here. And we're just going to spoon this mixture over into this mold. And I mentioned, don't let not having these molds deter you from trying this if you have any interest at all. I used college cups. The solo cups work really well. You'll just want to put it in there, put the mixture in there, and then use like a wooden spoon, a dowel, the other end of it, the opposite end of it, and just kind of work a hole through it. Stick it in the refrigerator overnight, at least for a few hours, and pull the dowel out, and you may have to cut the cup off. It just depends on. You can spray the cup with Pam if you really want to. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to kind of compress these because I'm looking for a certain compression. And again, if you're just making them for yourself, just compress it the best you can. We sell these for customers, so there's a certain expectation that I have to, and consistency that I have to maintain, right? So that's why I have the molds. I weigh all my seed out to make sure. Almost finished. All done. This will go in the refrigerator. I like to get it in there at least an hour. And then I can pull the molds off and set it off. And then you want to let it cure for a couple days before you just stick it out for the birds.